Hey, what's going on, everyone? In this video, I want to do a little bit something different where I kind of talk to you guys for about 5 minutes. So if you guys do have the time, sit back, listen, enjoy, put your headphones on, put it on your laptop, whatever you need to do. In this video, I really want to talk to you guys about what I learned, and something really clicked about a year ago. That I, not information or not something that clicked where I didn't understand it. I knew it, right? I'm just like you. It doesn't really matter how long I've been trading. I still have the same ups and downs as every single trader out there. The idea when it comes to trading is just trying to survive, right? We want to survive today. We want to survive the week. We want to survive the month, the quarter, and the year. And hopefully we keep continuing to survive into year two, three, four, five, and beyond. Now, with that being said, one thing that I really started to realize, especially with trading prop firms about 12 months ago, is I needed to take things a little bit more serious in terms of protecting my money and protecting my capital and my mental equity, right? And the reason being is that because I come from the live brokerage side where I do trade a personal account and I am swing trading stocks and I am day trading options and I am messing around a little bit with trading futures in the personal account. And then I'm trading prop firms and I'm managing multiple prop firms and multiple accounts with different firms and so forth and so forth. There would be a lot of times where I would allocate a specific budget to, let's say, 5 or 10 evaluations. I would go through and I would trade them the same way a little bit, the same setups, obviously, the same strategies, but I would trade them with so much size that either I was going to pass them in 2 or 3 days or they're going to get blown. And I came to a point where I remember specifically, I went out on a 90% off Apex sale and I bought 10 accounts. Okay. And I kind of traded them in line in conjunction with my personal account and some of the funded accounts that I had at the time. And I would just kind of throw around big size. Here's a setup, and I put 2 or 3 mini contracts on. This one I lost a bunch of money, right? $1,000, $2,000. I blew this account up, right? Nah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I bought 10 of them, right? So I have a lot more bullets in the chamber, so to speak. There would be another account that would do really well. It would make $700, $800 a trade. Great. We put that to the side. We move into another account. Next account, losing trade, same deal, right? Account's gone. Blew up the account. Okay, it doesn't really matter. I bought 10 of these things. The point I'm trying to make is that I got to the end of the week and I had passed 3 or 4, maybe. It was something like that. I passed 3 or 4 evaluations. I paid for the activation fees. I blew up about 6 accounts. And then from there, I was like, okay, cool. We'll just go ahead and work on these funded accounts. And I continued to trade them almost the same way, where I would really, really pay a lot of attention to detail to my personal account. Obviously, that's real money. Whatever I lose and make, I can take out or will not be able to take out tomorrow. So it's my highest priority. I would trade the funded accounts that I kind of had here and there a little bit more safe, but those new sets, I would think, well, I only paid X amount of dollars, $19 or $23 or whatever the cost was. I'm like, I'm really not into these accounts for all that much money. So, hey, if I get one to pay out, great. And lo and behold, I would take really, really good setups on my personal account, really, really good setups on the funded accounts where I'd already maybe taken a payout from, or they already had a little bit of a buffer or a balance, or ones that I nurtured a little bit longer. But that new set of accounts, what I started to do, and I started to really notice was I kind of put them on the back burner where I didn't really care that much because one, they were cheap. Two, I kind of looked at it like, well, if I get these to pay out, I just stack them with the rest of the accounts that I have, and now I go from making 5 or 6 or $7,000 a month to maybe $10,000 a month or $15,000 a month, right? So I was more focused on what I could make off of those accounts versus trying to just focus on, let me just try to make the minimum. That way I for sure am making something from those accounts. But what happened at the end of that week and a half was I started to really look back and I only had one account left out of the whole 10. I lost 6 evaluations. I blew up 3 funded accounts and I only had one funded account left that had some balance, was very, very close to a payout, maybe needed 1 or 2 more days left, took a really bad loss trading one mini contract, and it kind of wiped away $1,000 of that profit. So now mentally, I'm getting into fight or flight mode where I'm like, if I don't turn this account around, I'm potentially going to lose the entire 10. And not only did I spend whatever it was, $25, let's call it, on an evaluation, but I spent $80 on an activation fees for those 4 accounts. So now I'm starting to really look at things and I'm like, realistically, I'm into these accounts for like $400, $500. If I lose this last one, I'm not even going to potentially make my money back on the entire lot and just be down 500 altogether. And it was right then and there I started to realize, okay, I need to start trading every evaluation. I need to start trading every funded account, depending on price, depending on what sale I got. I need to start trading all of these accounts the same way I trade my personal account. Because the risk management on my personal account, I hit my max portfolio budget, 250, 350, $400 on my personal account. That account gets flattened out. That brokerage gets closed. I don't trade anymore. I don't run the risk of potentially trying to lose $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on my personal account. Why? Because it's real money in that account, right? Again, I've got specific money allocated towards swing trading, specific money allocated towards my long-term portfolio, and some specific cash allocated towards day trading. So I need to protect that account. So I started looking at the situation and I started to tell myself, I really need to treat each and every single account the same way. What do I need to do to get there? First things first is, especially if I'm going to decide to trade NASDAQ, which I am a NASDAQ trader, I love trading the NASDAQ, I cannot trade more than 3 micros because I start to notice when I personally trade more than 3 micros, if I trade a mini account and I make, 15, 20, 25 points on a mini, I'm very, very excited. I'm on top of the world. I can plow through these evaluations. I can try to build the buffer in the funded accounts. I'm very, very excited. But I also started to notice when I lose and I get into a trade, I start to think and react differently on 1 or 2 minis, even 8 micros, 9 micros. I start to think and act a lot differently when I'm managing those trades. I'm not giving the trade enough time to breathe. I'm trying to make extremely quick take profits, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. If it starts to pull back against me, 10 or 15 points, I start to find myself holding these trades a lot longer. I start to take, no accountability for my portfolio budget because I know I can get it back. There's going to be another setup. So I start to get all of these thought process going. And I started to really notice that I don't trade. Let me think. I don't trade the way that I normally trade or the way I know how to trade when I'm oversized. And I realized that years and years ago when I traded options. When I traded options, I started throwing around 20 contracts, 15 contracts, 10 contracts, and it was way too much big size for the size account that I had at the time. And when I would take a win, it was great. I was doubling my account. I'm growing each and every single month. And when I would take a loss, it would literally give back weeks of profit. And I would be right back in the same situation, right back in the same saddle that I was in before that. So, what I have learned, the best way is definitely a slower approach. The best way is definitely to take your time more. The best way is to definitely trade it as if it was real capital. Again, even if you strive for $100 to $200 days, trading 1, 2, or 3 micros, you can get through 20, 25, 30 sessions and get these accounts passed. If you're a type of person that is sitting there and you're starting to think to yourself, I don't want to be in an evaluation for 25 sessions. I don't want it to take this much time. I don't get any thrill or excitement from trading 1, 2, or 3 micros. You will be in the same position next year that you the same position that you are in this year. And that's a fact because you're going to have really, really good days, really, really good weeks, and then everything's going to start to unravel. So something needs to change in your trading. And that's what I have tried to really, really focus on with the traders that are in the EVX trade room is that, hey, we need to size down. We need to look at this market more from a realistic approach. We need to have a set boundaries. We need to have set rules. We need to have a checklist. We need to start journaling. We need to start back testing. We need to look at the market, even if we're trading a teeny weeny $19 evaluation. We need to treat it the same way as if it was our real $2,500 that was in that account. Again, when you have a $50,000 prop firm evaluation, you have a $2,500 account. If you blow, and I started to really think about this, if I blew through all 9 of those 10 evaluations slash funded accounts that I had, that was $2,500 worth of drawdown times 10. That's $25,000 in less than 1 week that physically I lost, regardless of how much it cost me, regardless of what the investment was. I was about $400, $500 all into that. The reality is that I lost $25,000. That's what started to click to me, because at no point in my personal account have I ever, knock on wood, have I ever lost $25,000 of my own hard earned, hard traded, hard invested money in my personal account. So I started to look at both sides. I started to see the discrepancy between the way that I was trading prop firms, the way that I was trading evaluations, the way that I was trading fundeds. I was treating them as a lottery ticket. I was treating them as free cash instead of treating them as a secondary source of income. And when I really started to focus on teaching that in the EVX trade room and teaching that inside of the community that I've built, I started to see other traders were having the same problems, and I started to see other traders were having success sizing back, dialing things down, taking more of a realistic approach, walking away one trade earlier, walking away after one loss. I started to see the trader become less stressed instead of highly elevated in fight or flight mode each and every single day. Again, if you have been in the EVX trade room floor and you have seen the difference, you have seen the difference in your trading, leave me a comment down below, because I'm sure there's other people out there who are going to call me, uh, just call this complete bullshit and say that there's, you, if you spend $20 on the evaluation, you should just pass it extremely fast. And I used to be in that same boat. It's very easy to look around YouTube and see a bunch of other streamers and traders and so forth pulling out big cash, trading things the way that they trade, copy trading 20 accounts. But you have to realize it. And I have spoken to some of these traders, I have spoken to some of these streamers. They are investing thousands and thousands of dollars where maybe necessarily you cannot do that. They are putting in $15,000 to take out $30,000 with a net gain of $15,000 profit. They are putting in $25,000 to make $60,000, making $40,000 net profit. But to you, the average person who is investing $300, $400, $500 into your prop firm portfolio, set of accounts, you have no intentions of ever really investing 10, 15, 20,000. You are trying to invest 500 and take out 50,000. Those expectations are unrealistic. That is what's hindering you. That is what's keeping you in the same spot. If you guys want access to the way that I trade, you guys want to get access to the EVX levels and the trade room, all that information is down in the description box below. I do have a free ebook on position sizing on trading prop firms. It is completely free. You guys can get it. That link is down in the description box below. But I thought I would come on here and make this video because maybe that resonates with some of you traders. Maybe it doesn't. But if it does, give me a thumbs up on this video. I will see all of you guys on the next one.